Hi, my name is Jimmy Williams with NFL Draft Diamonds. And here with me today, I have a very versatile player in front of us. His name is Jaylen Jones. He's a safety out of Virginia Tech. Nice to have you today, sir.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, man. Obviously, one thing that if people have been paying attention to Virginia Tech over the past, I don't know, forever, it's that they are able to create great players in the secondary. And perhaps we're looking at a guy who can make an impact at the next level. So, Jaylen, go ahead and introduce yourself so we can get going.
I'm Jaylen Jones from Richmond, Virginia, out of Thomas Jefferson High School. I'm a converted receiver, and now I'm a safety preparing for the draft.
Cool. We'll try and touch on a little bit of that here and then move forward. So, again, as you had mentioned, from the Richmond, Virginia area, attended Thomas Jefferson High School. But I want to kind of take it back a little bit further, if you don't mind. How long have you been playing this game?
I've been playing football since I was 5 years old, like up until this point. So pretty much the vast majority of my life.
Gotcha. So pretty much forever since you came out the womb, been
Yeah.
playing this game. So, talk to me early on about you as you know, as an athlete, as a kid growing up, other sports that you had played, and then of course you had mentioned you were mostly a receiver for a good long while. So, talk me through that early history of you as an athlete.
Just coming up, like my early years, like from like 5 to 8, I played running back. And then I switched to quarterback. And then like I was playing defense a little bit. But then when I got to high school, like my I didn't even play, like it's crazy. Like I have a crazy story. Like, I didn't even play my freshman year of high school because I was changing schools. I was in the middle of changing schools, so like, I
Hmm.
couldn't play. So my sophomore year was like my first year playing, and I was playing quarterback because like I started off playing wide receiver, but I had to play quarterback just because like our quarterback had a situation come up, so he couldn't play. So I pretty much was like one of the best athletes. So they just kind of threw me at quarterback, and it was kind of tough at first, just being that it was like my first year in high school, and like I like first year of high school, I played varsity quarterback, so it was like it was kind of adjustment. But then like the next year, like I was able to go back to receiver, and that's when like everything kind of changed for me. Like I started getting my offers, had like around 1,300 yards, 18 touchdowns, and that's when like the offers started rolling in. And ultimately, like that's when COVID came. So like after my junior year, that's when COVID came. So I didn't even end up playing a senior year. So I really only played 2 years of high school, and then I
Wow.
enrolled at Virginia Tech.
So 2 years of high school ball, one as a quarterback and then the other as a more or less a wide receiver. Um, let's touch a little bit on the quarterback stuff. How are you utilized as a quarterback in high school? Like, were you like an option
Uh,
guy? Like,
yeah, I was more so like uh uh dual threat, like running threat more than passing. Like it was crazy. Like I probably had like 10 touchdowns and 6 interceptions or something like that. Like
it's
and
fine. I mean, oftentimes in high school, you literally put your most athletic guy at quarterback and you just kind of let him work. And
yeah.
so at the time, of course, they thought of you as such, giving you that opportunity. But eventually, they moved you out to wide receiver. And as you had mentioned, only 2 years of really playing high school, ball. COVID happened, which sucked for a whole lot of people. But interestingly enough, I mean, you did, put together at least enough body of work to get some offers coming out of high school. What ultimately led you to Virginia Tech? I mean, I would assume that there might have been other places who offered you as well, but what sold you so much on that particular school?
Virginia Tech, like I always just seen like Virginia Tech coming up, like the glory days of Virginia Tech, and just being a Virginia guy, like I wanted to come to Virginia Tech and just to try to make an impact and get things back to like how they used to be. Like that was my big thing. And I also wanted like my family to be able to come to my games and still be kind of close, but not too close. Because it's like if I wanted to be super close, I would have went to UVA and PU. Mm-mm.
Yeah, I mean, there were several places that, I mean, you could have been even closer had you gone FCS. But I mean, hey, we're looking at a big time playmaker, and so you get the opportunity to go to play FBS ball. Virginia Tech, awesome school in its own right. I mean, even if you just go there as a student, what were you able to accomplish there as a student before we get to all the football stuff? Can you talk me through
Um,
what you were able to do in the classroom?
I graduated with a bachelor's in sports media and analytics and a minor in property management.
Okay.
And like I was able to,
Interesting. So you got a little bit of everything there. So
yeah,
anything more you want to add?
no.
Okay. So again, Virginia Tech, great school. You're coming in as a wide receiver. And so I'm thinking actually some of the wide receivers coming out in this year's draft from Virginia Tech who were absolute studs. And I don't know what kind of went into you making the switch from offense to defense, but can you walk me through that transition a little bit?
Basically just like I after my sophomore, well, my freshman year, I played as a freshman at receiver. Then we had to change the staff, and then like Coach Pride came over, and then like the Coach Pride's first season, like we didn't the things didn't really go too well. So it was like we were trying to reevaluate the roster and put guys in different places, bringing in guys from the transfer portal, and that's what like all those receivers that are coming out now, those guys were coming in. And it was just like Coach Pride, he just felt like he saw opportunity for me on the defensive side of the ball, and he felt like I just had a higher upside and more potential to get more playing time. So I just felt like why not try it?
Yeah, and even as we had mentioned before, where in high school, like they want the most athletic guy playing quarterback. Of course, as you get to college ball, you want your most athletic guy on the field wherever you can put them.
Yeah,
And so for you, it just seemed as if the opportunity was there to maybe take hold of a position there on defense, perhaps a little bit more so, putting you in a good position where you can be amongst the elite that have played in the secondary for Virginia Tech. So, talk a little bit about that culture there at Virginia Tech. I mean, again, as I mentioned, of course, great school, a lot of noteworthy players coming out of Virginia Tech. Talk about it for a second.
yeah, and that's the thing. Like just being an offensive guy and then switching to defense. Defense is different. Like defense pretty much built the program for the most part. Like the with Bud and Coach Beamer, like in the lunch pail defense, like it's a mentality. Like you pack your lunch and you go to work every day, and you don't play just for yourself, but you play for the man next to you. And like it
Gotcha.
was definitely like a mentality for sure.
And you guys have a pretty strong secondary there. I say strong secondary for a good reason because it is in Dorian Strong we trust. That's the one guy there who is the absolute stud. Likely the highest rated prospect coming out of your school this year. Talk about the relationship with you two guys and maybe how some of him has rubbed off on you as you made that transition.
Definitely. And it's like it's crazy because we were always pretty close. And it's like I used like he was from the day I stepped on campus, like I knew he was the best corner. And it's just that's how I weighed how my performance was. Cause it's like I felt like if I could get open on him, I can get open on anybody. And it's just his mentality and his competitiveness. Like he pushes everybody. He makes like he you have to come with your best every time you line up against him. Like or it's just not going to work out in your favor. And then the switch, like he definitely just helped me, like, because it was definitely hard at times. Like, I thought about just giving up, but he really like just helped me and just let me know that it was still new and not that I could do it.
Cool. So let's shift gears, man. Let's talk about you as prospect. So I mean, when we first opened up our conversation here, the one thing that really stood out was, again, we do have a guy who did make the transition from receiver to defensive back. And so there is this whole idea of trying to put your most athletic guy on the field. And again, I had mentioned a guy who shows great versatility. What do you feel helps you, as an NFL prospect this year? Some of your better attributes going into this draft.
Just like you said, just my versatility, my athleticism, my willingness to learn, and just me knowing that I'm gonna have to come in and earn a role. Like I'm willing to do whatever it takes to earn a role and just earn my keep. Like I'm big on that. Like I know things aren't gonna come easy, and I'm gonna have to like pretty much earn my keep. I'm gonna have to be a role player, and I'm fine with that.
Cool. I kind of want to get your take on a couple of quick things here, and also highlighting some of your teammates as well. So, a lot of fantastic athletes on the offensive side of the ball coming out this year for the Hokies. And so I kind of want to get your take on at least some of the mentality when you're, facing this guy like in practice and how you prepare for your opponents, just sort of in general. So, Tootin in his own right, one of the best running backs in this draft. And very fast, very physical. How do you, as a safety, prepare to meet competition like him? How do you get yourself in a good position to defend that?
Uh, you just gotta come to work every day for the most part, and like at the end of the day, it's football. Like football is football, no matter who you're going against, who you think you're going against. Like it's football. So just come in with the right mentality, knowing that there's going to be a battle every chance that we get.
Gotcha. And then also some excellent wide receivers coming out this year for you guys. And so again, I'm not trying to necessarily focus on them, but your approach to them as a defender. And so you get a guy in Jaylen Lane who is so fast; it's so hard to even keep up with him. And then you have a guy who's a big target in DeQuan Felton. How do you, as a defender, take on such tasks as to trying to match up with these guys and cover them well throughout their routes? I mean, again, not necessarily them, but you do happen to see these guys in practice every single day. So
Yeah.
how does that help you prepare for your opponents of different stature?
Yeah, definitely with Jaylen Lane, like he definitely helped my development just because like you said, he's a great receiver and just me being a safety, having to guard a lot of slots in our defense, like I pretty much we pretty much went at it all the time, like for 2 years. And it's like just like you said, that speed, just being able to get used to that, learning how to get hands on to try to slow him down and just be able to give myself the best opportunity to make a play. And with Quan, like you said, like he's more of a bigger target. So you don't want to get too close at times because he'll throw you by or do all types of things. But you just gotta, for the most part, just be ready to compete. Like we're all those are great players, but I'm a great player too.
Gotcha. I mean, Quan's a guy who's so damn big. He might as well just be a tight end. He's that big. But
Yeah.
again, there is a different mentality when you are facing these different types of offensive players. Of course, I mean, you have to be able to patiently wait at times because, like, you don't want to over pursue like
Over.
you got to be able to be a sound tackler and wait for those opportunities. So again, I feel this is kind of how I feel, and I kind of want to get your a take on this. For a guy who's really only been playing the secondary for a couple years, who's in a way still learning it, I feel
Mhm.
like your athleticism is so great. Um, how do you take this whole idea of maybe perhaps being a guy who has yet to meet his potential as a guy there in the secondary?
And that's definitely like, and that's what I tell everybody. Like, my best ball is still way like ahead of me. Like my best ball is yet to come because like I'm steady progressing. Like my first year was just all still new to me, and the strides that I made from the first year to the second year to even give myself this opportunity to even be able to go through a pro day, be able to have pre-draft workouts, like it's just a blessing in itself. And just like you said, just being able to know that I have to keep working and my best is yet to come. Like it gives me a little light at the end of the tunnel for sure.
Yeah, I mean, dude, let's just face it. A few years ago, like, what's a back pedal? Like you're so used to going forward and running these routes, like, and then you kind of have to switch gears in your brain, and then of course adjust to guys coming at you.
Yeah.
I do feel like it helps somewhat to have the background of a receiver,
Yeah.
because, bro, let's just face it. When the ball is in the air, that ball is just as much yours as it is the other guys. And so you kind of
Yeah.
do need to approach it from the position of being a receiver.
Mhm.
Anything else on that front that you want to talk about?
Definitely. Like even one of our coaches, Coach Jones, like he says it all the time, like become the receiver, become the receiver. When the ball's in the air, become the receiver. Like don't just try to play defense, become the receiver. Go catch the ball. And it's like just coming from offense, I kind of understand like releases and concepts on and what like receivers are trying to do because I was the one doing it and trying to work off leverage and just different types of things that they're trying to attack. I can kind of have an idea and get a quicker beat on it because I was just doing it.
Hey, and that sort of thing helps you,
Yeah.
understand things. So I do want to kind of walk through a couple things from this past season for you guys. Um, uh, 6-7 record. Maybe not exactly what you guys wanted, but still, you were able to have a lot of great moments out there, as an individual. And then as a team, of course, I mean, you guys were able to get to a bowl game. And, again, didn't necessarily close out the way you wanted, but I do want to kind of, mention some of these things where you were able to get the better of your opponents on a couple of different occasions. So the one I really wanted to touch on first was Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech had a really good season in their own right, but you were able to get one over on these guys early on in the season. So
Yeah.
talk about that one game, and I know you had a good interception in that game as well.
Yeah, that game was pretty big for us because at that point, I'm pretty sure we had around like two losses. Like it was kind of a must-win game. Not even kind of, it was just based off because we knew we kind of let some things go. We left some things on the field for sure. But that game, we knew we had to come in and stop the run for the most part, and that was like the game plan and the honing points on their team with their running back and their quarterback and their counter schemes. Like we knew we had to stop the run.
I mean, obviously, stop the run there. Talk through the interception you had in that game.
Yeah, definitely. Like, and we were playing lights out, and this was like the last drive. That this was their last pretty much scoring chance. Like, if we get this stop, we'll be able to kneel it out for the most part. And just me knowing they had to take the ball down the field, I just had to make sure I was in position to make a play, and the ball was deflected and snagged it right to me.
Hey,
And
man,
it's
sometimes
crazy because
go
that
ahead.
was that was my first interception. I was like real excited. Like I was trying to go score. Everybody telling me to get down, get down. So I went down.
You're like, man, this is my chance. This is my
Yeah,
moment.
I ain't touched the ball in forever.
Yeah, so I mean, hey, you got to be an opportunist. Like whenever that ball comes your way. I mean, of course, the I guess what was happening in the game at that particular time. I mean, you guys were trying to close things down, and so unfortunately, like you weren't able to take that thing, down the field much further than what you wanted. But hey, nice to have a good turnover. One more game I want to talk about. Uh, Virginia. Virginia, obviously, oh, your guys' rival. What do you guys call it? The Commonwealth Clash.
Yeah,
And that was a game where really different different story there. You guys were really able to shut down the passing game in that game. So
yeah.
uh, talk through that game and any play perhaps that you can mention as well.
Uh, that game was very special to me just because it was the last game of the season and we pretty much we at that point we weren't eligible, so it possibly could have been my last game ever. So like I know I had to leave it all out there, and I definitely did for sure. I had a bunch of tackles and I came up with an interception like and that was just a great feeling for me just to be able to do that at home, and it was senior night too. So just to be able to finish off, like make a lot of plays and get an interception and come out with the dub against our rival on senior night, couldn't ask for a better night, really.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, I mean, there's a ton of emotions happening in that game.
Yeah.
As you had mentioned, I mean, it could have been your last, outing there. It maybe perhaps your last game
Yeah. And
ever.
it definitely it was the last like my last game in Lane Stadium too. I didn't mention that. Like my last home game ever.
Yeah, so the good thing is you were able to stay composed despite all of these emotions happening. The fact that it was big time rival, of course. And you guys were able to shut it down and shut it down very effectively in securing a bowl eligibility, of course. So kind of nice. At least getting the rivalry win. Probably nice to be able to walk away with that one for sure. So,
Yeah.
um, Jaylen, want to talk through what's happening now for you? So, just finished with your pro day recently.
Yeah.
Talk through your pro day and anything that you want to share from that pro day, like if it went the way that you wanted, and then maybe even some of the interactions you had with some of the scouts there.
It definitely went the way I wanted for sure. Like, I came out there, competed, gave my all, put up some good numbers, and definitely talked to some scouts, and it was just a blessing. Like I said, like just to be able to see it all through, like from the position switch to just being able to even be there at pro day, it was just a blessing, and it was just a great day. Like I competed well, jumped high, ran fast, and got in contact with some new scouts that I haven't talked to. And
Cool.
they, they told
Some of
me
the
that
highlights from the pro day had you running around 4.48,
yes.
39-inch vertical, 10.6 broad jump. I mean, some very respectable numbers. And so really when we're looking at that, I mean, it just kind of solidifies, of course, the idea that we do have this great athlete who we can utilize on the field in multiple different ways. And so I don't know, man. I don't know how it's going to work, with you transitioning to the pros. I mean, maybe some team's going to want to bring you in, I don't know. Maybe even have to sit perhaps like a year on the practice squad and figure it out. I mean, I don't know. I mean, any other, ideas as move forward into the pro scene?
Um, I do a little things on the side. Like I enjoy like sneaker and clothing reselling. Like that's something that I'm pretty passionate about. Like I always like clothes and shoes ever since I was a kid. And I also even thought about like starting my own like clothing brand, but that would be coming in like in the near future. But just trying to stay the course, keep the main thing, stay training, and just be ready for when I get my call.
Gotcha. So where are you at these days, man? Are you training locally or what's going on?
Uh, yeah, I was at school, but right now I'm back at home training locally at D1 Midlothian with Coach Will, and it's been great work.
Nice. So, when you say locally, you mean like kind of in the Richmond area?
Yeah.
All right, cool. I kind of know somewhat of the area, like I've been down there, but yeah, nice to give those guys a shout out as well. Anything else about yourself that you want to, people to know more of? I mean, you talked a little bit about your, I don't know, interests in things like fashion and whatnot, but anything else that you, want to throw out there for people so they can get a chance to know you more?
Just want to put out there that I'm hardworking, loving family man, Christ follower, and I'm just ready to attack and ready for any opportunity that presents itself. And I'm thankful for any opportunity that I get.
Gotcha. Well, Jaylen, obviously, you kind of said it all there. I mean, you're just kind of, working hard and, putting yourself in a position where hopefully you get that opportunity here very soon. As we close up shop and we say, hey, this guy could, be in some camp, earn a roster spot. Uh, Go ahead and close with any final thoughts that you have. Anything else that you maybe have yet to say to any of these scouts? Um, any final words before we part today?
Uh, I just want to say that I'm Jaylen Jones, and I'm just looking for opportunity, looking for anybody to believe in me, and I'm going to work hard. I'm going to be diligent. I'm going to be humble, and I'm going to be thankful for any opportunity that I'm given. So I feel like you won't mess up if you take a chance on me.
Yeah, I mean, Jaylen, for what it's worth, I mean, like I had said before, it could be that we have yet to see the potential for you. I mean, we're looking at a great athlete who still relatively new, playing secondary, but again, when you're coming out of a program that coaches very well at the position and you transition to the pros, someone's going to give you an opportunity somewhere. And so
Yeah,
it might take a little bit of time, but I mean, I do feel like, you're going to land somewhere and get that opportunity. And somebody's going to be getting a hell of an athlete. So,
yeah, and
uh,
that's the thing. Like my like me and Coach Pride, we talk about it, and even everybody around me, they tell me like you're constantly getting better. Like your best ball is yet to come. Like the strides that I made from my first year of safety to my second year was big, and it's like I'm still learning, still improving, and just ready to keep growing in the position and see how far I could take it and see and reach that potential that was sawing me to even make the switch at safety.
yeah. So, again, a guy who's, willing to put forth the effort, to be coachable, adaptable, of course, being available to go out there and play in any facet for any team. Jaylen, want to wish you all the best moving forward. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Sure thing. Once again, I got Jaylen Jones, safety out of Virginia Tech. Check this dude out.